Okay, I know I'm late to this, and to excuse my voice, I have allergies. Not that I really give a fuck about what you have to say about it. But here we go with you, your psychotic ass here.
James, I just
Turn it down.
appreciate that very much. Appreciate everybody being here. All of you are way too stodgy in this room. Very low energy.
Okay.
Just want to let all of you know that. Ladies and gentlemen of all pronouns, the Z's, the Zers, the hims, and hers, I would like to thank you for tuning in today for this exciting in-person conference on modern day debate. My name is Andrew Wilson. There's a few ways this debate can go. The topic is Christian ethics versus secular humanism. Dyer, he has no justification under the skeptical belief structure to give an accounting for any meta-ethical presupposition he may have. He just kind of grants himself stuff. He grants himself logic, he grants himself reason, he grants himself an entire worldview, even though he's using an unjustified starting position for it.
You mean the same way you Christians do? As you judge everyone who either actually doesn't match the Bible's standard or those who make you uncomfortable? Telling people they need Jesus or going to hell and so on? Yeah, look in the mirror, asshole.
So, I'm not honestly all that interested in doing the God not real dough debate because
Well, why the fuck are you here then?
It's also really boring. It goes like,
But you're interesting, let alone sensible and rational.
look at this. I don't see enough evidence and remain unconvinced there's a God. Then I say, but you use a theistic worldview of justification like there is a God to grant yourself logic and everything else. So instead of that, I'm just going to grant Matt's entire worldview. 2/3 or more of the planet of this entire planet are all operating inside of a shared delusion that they were created by a sky daddy who loves him some slavery and murderousness. He thinks it's funny to kind of cosmically with people. That's his deal, kind of his whole thing. That's Matt's worldview. So now Matt's right, and the question becomes, should we let...
To which no Christian has ever been able to prove God is the opposite, as they fallaciously grant God such traits as loving, merciful, just, and so on, while you simply make excuses for God when you're cornered, the main one being choice and free will. A disingenuous cop-out to turn God's bullshit around onto us.
them to continue to believe in this nonsensical Stone Age madness, or do we stop them from engaging in it? My contention is, even if God isn't real at all, that people acting as though he is still superior to whatever nonsensical, egalitarian worldview Matt can come up with. See, Matt also just acts as though the things he believes are true. He believes.
You've been yapping for a few minutes now, and I know you're about to get into some bigoted speech soon. I don't understand why the moderator hasn't intervened on your neglect to talk about your side of the debate's topic. This is one of the reasons why I don't debate.
And therefore acts as though logic is real, math is real, everything is real based on his presuppositional.
What do you mean, he believes? Also, why are you singling Matt out? Is Matt the only humanist in the world? You also haven't said anything about humanism beating Christianity. You're just picking on Matt. Again, the moderator should be intervening.
Belief that they are real. You see, human flourishing, the cornerstone of Matt's ideology and that of secular humanism, is totally meaningless. Flourishing by whose metric? From my perspective, for instance, attempting to lie to people who claim men can be women isn't human flourishing. From Matt's...
And this is where the shit gets worse. Transhumanism has nothing to do with either religion or secular humanism. I allege that if Christianity is beating secular humanism, it's only a testament to how fucked up most of the world is. So none of the trans people are religious? You're using a debate to push your psychotic hatred that is transphobia, and to attack Matt unprovoked. You believe heaven and hell exist, so who are you to judge anyone on beliefs?
perspective it is. Why? Why should the collective of humanity lie and say men can get pregnant? Why should they say that men can have periods? Things which are categorically and obviously false. That preserving homosexuality in society is good for human flourishing, even though they are reproductive dead ends. and that Western society and egalitarianism is superior to those evil theist society, even though the Western nations can't even reproduce their own populations, but instead have to replace their population with foreigners from those theist nations that can reproduce. Let's start with a basic societal question recently asked of the West, who has now embraced a scientific and non-theistic approach to governing.
Make some
Super
arguments
basic
about the
question
debate
every
topic instead.
kindergartner knows. If you don't believe me, go watch Kindergarten Cop. The question posed to the Western nation is, can a man be a woman? Right? To the question of if a man can be a woman, they say the answer is yes. And the way we will decree they can be a woman is by simply saying that woman now means male. Problem solved. Thank you, secular humanists. Thank you so much. Nope, not kidding.
Again, what does that have to do with either religion or secular humanism? Even if you do have a point there.
Why, you ask, would people be this over the top stupid? Well, it's simple. The good is the good, man. We have to do what's good for human society and human flourishing. And if you don't call these deranged lunatics something they obviously aren't, they might self-terminate. So in order to avoid that, we need to make everybody on planet Earth lie to them. This is human flourishing.
How has Christianity ever been honest to people? Being that you're the one representing Christianity in this debate. What fucking good have you done for anyone, particularly trans people? And what are their lives any of your fucking business? Isn't God the judge? You malignant prick.
Just redefine shit, pretend it's true. How laughably absurd this worldview is. Matt will often say, I remain unconvinced. Well, Matt, I'm also going to use your standard. I need for you to 100% convince me beyond a shadow of offenses and would make sure that all people went to prison for the crime of indecency, which doesn't assist with human flourishing, and I'd like to know why I'm wrong. Secular humanism can basically be, in fact, I would say not reproducing is the worst possible thing for human flourishing, because if there's no humans, how do you flourish? So, I guess, in essence, step one, I remain unconvinced. Step two, I need to be convinced, so I am no longer unconvinced. And step three, but God not real though doesn't matter here. I've already granted it to still demonstrate just how stupid this ideology actually is. With that, I'll yield my time. And
But Christianity is just so fucking logical.
Hey,
I mean, look what it's done to you.
Message.
You're hardly making a case for anything here, dude. Nothing.
I'm not going to sit here and dignify.
You're making a case against your own fucking position. You're a Christian and you're here avoiding the debate topic while psychotically expressing irrational hate against trans and bullying Matt. Are you 16, Andrew? How is your presence here dignified?
The preparation that I went through and what people were here for.
You're so indignant.
Keep interrupting me.
I am.
Okay.
You're so indignant.
Would the moderator like to step in so that I can finish what I'm saying?
Please, Matt. How dare someone have an opposing worldview?
I'm not going to sit here and dignify.
Is this presentation about different worldviews? How is Christianity any more legitimate than your contemptuous rambling against trans people and picking on Matt? What?
What was supposed to be a debate about Christianity versus secular humanism, which one's better for the world?
Yes.
With someone who clearly showed up with an agenda that has nothing to do with that. Someone who refers to trans people as deranged lunatics who will self-terminate if you dare to question them.
How am I wrong, Matt?
Someone...
See, the idea is to provide the backup for your own words, Andy. Oh wait, logic is only a delusion of secular imagination. I forgot.
Someone who misrepresents a
just
quote
keep on
from a
smiling
debate
and
where I
laughing,
said I
you
wouldn't
fucking
make a law
jackass.
about 9-year-olds having sex being legal with
You got
respect to
nothing.
9-year-olds. Not that I was in any way in favor of it, and that I was actually opposed
You're making
to
a
it,
case
which
against
I addressed
yourself,
during
asshole.
that debate. But moreover, this is not remotely an honest interaction on the front of what...
No, that isn't how the mystical mind works. How the Christian argues it happened is how it actually happened. Disagree? Disprove it then. Sarcasm. They'll just ask a reverse question, as Andy just did here. I often receive a "how is it not" type question, because they're assholes and they know they're fucking wrong and being jerks.
whether or not secular humanism is valuable. Because this, when he presented his position here, has nothing to do with secular humanism. From the get-go, it's all about me. Matt thinks, Matt thinks, Matt thinks. I'm given what Matt thinks, what Matt thinks, what Matt thinks, what Matt thinks.
Matt's position.
I came in with the Secular Humanist Manifesto. I came in with positions that aren't just that aren't merely my positions.
Oh, well, as long as multiple people hold the position, it
this
makes it
guy's
valid.
not serious, and I'm leaving. James, if you want a refund, you
well,
let me know.
good day, sir. And I'll cover your refund, Mr. Matt.
He just said he'd cover my refund.
You ridicule Matt for leaving after he calmly explained that you have nothing to offer. He didn't yell or anything, he simply explained. How is Matt ridiculous here, Andy? That was fucking stupid.
Would cover his refund.
Nope.
The moderator should have been fired or let go. I don't know what the fucking deal with that motherfucker is, but whatever.
No, I'm not going to dignify a debate with someone who walked in to trash talk people and be smug and all of the things that he's being right now.
Well, what do you expect from him? He's a psychotic asshole.
To worry about. This debate is over. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jackass.
I was on the fence about this originally, but after thinking about it, this was a paid presentation, so Matt was right to walk away. He should have held the jackass remark back, because Andrew is a psychopathic asshole, a bully, which means he feeds off of shit like that. I will ask though, how is your husband an insult? I realize that he's married to a trans, but the problem is that homosexuality isn't anything to be ashamed of. You say so, but you're a psycho and nobody in their right mind gives a fuck what you think or believe. Especially not me. Which is also why I asked you.
Did you call me a jackass, Matt?
You gonna cry about it?
Well, you and your husband have a good day, Matt.
That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. No, that was fine. I mean, if you're going to take a parting shot, I will too, Matt.
Why not be the better man and not fire back? You don't even know how to do that. Instead, you just continue to sit there for some reason and smile and laugh like a fucking clown. Loser.
No, your parting shot's correct. Oh man, tough crowd.
They're a tough crowd because their sense of humor is superior to yours? Okay. Yeah, some closing words here. I'm not good outside of text, but I would have questioned you in my unique fashion, and you would have become aggravated. In fact, you would have ended up hitting me after however long, and I would have acted accordingly afterwards. Your whole hostile position and psychotic mentality is the antithesis to being born of a woman born female. How? Because you were fucking born, you fucking idiot. Your whole presence here is a case against your own self, against your own position. Loser.